teams who are fast-paced, explosive.
Okay, EDG on defense, PRX on attack.
Yeah, enough to make
We get the triple Sheriff out.
That's what I love about these teams. They will
Chat,
give it
when Nat starts speaking more, let me know if he needs to go like down or up sound-wise.
Caught by Smoggy. He's just going to get that information. Now PRX is going to be making sure to take that space rapidly at that.
Look
it's
how
an interesting
deep this
wall.
is.
Yeah, I mean, the Viper wall, the Sage wall, trying to fight for that backside control. And underhanded flash from Simon just does not get
I mean,
that
this was
value.
nice from PRX.
Simon,
Actually.
Hear me?
This guy is just
perfectly.
unreal. Something on an absolute worldy so far. It's a 3-piece.
Yeah, this was nice though in terms of the pistol, actually taking deep map control.
To tag up onto these players. I'm going to try and force the issue. Nobody under immense amounts of pressure.
Ace?
Here.
Wait, and the dash to get him off. 4
HP. Have you seen a single EDG Icebox? I for some reason can't remember. They play a lot of this map.
But both of these teams don't really like this map too much.
To go on with that kind of pistol round.
So
took so much
kinda
control
maybe
over the
anti or
site.
something.
Instantly,
Yeah,
as soon as you see
so
where the Viper
PRX
wall goes
really
down,
don't
you know
have a
you've got a
good
brawl on your
Icebox
hands.
in theory,
And the flash
so
didn't
I
quite
think
connect
EDG
onto
just went for it.
something. I believe he got saved here, but oh,
What
no, not quite. I thought
what
the
are you
heal had
watching
come
on? Are you
through
watching
early, but
on
he still had
YouTube or
that,
Twitch?
Debuff.
I'm
He's
watching
recently
on
taken
YouTube
damage, knocked
until
down that 30 damage
it's
from
gonna
the
start
pistol, taking
freezing
to 10.
and lagging.
Okay.
Round, though,
So time-wise,
He picks
what
up 4.
what number are you on? I'm on. I'll give you a countdown. I'm on 139, 138, 37, 36, 35.
Hold on, I'm on replay. Yeah, thank you. One second, I'm watching replay still by the way.
Okay. I can pause mine if you want. I times 2.
I'm on 3, 2, 1. Freeze time is over. 39, 38, 37,
You're crazy behind.
35, 34.
Keep it going all the way.
You are welcome. You're streaming from where I'm from. Streaming.
Okay, when after this round, give it a little ×2.
But they're still going to be able to retrieve that rifle.
Okay.
Goes over onto Forsaken.
The thing that's the thing when how am I watching games with the teammates? That's why I never watch with anyone. Because they're 20 seconds ahead.
Still work though from EDG.
Nobody helping Jing.
Yeah, rapidly approaching his position here. Just the guy.
I wouldn't do any spoilers. You're good.
It's actually the most ideal weapon as well against this anti-eco, but finally the crossfire setup comes through, lapses onto them.
Damn clean round though. 3 people.
Into the next as well.
Yeah, we'll lose 1 gun on this.
For the bonus.
Yeah, not bad.
YouTube
Forsaken
pin,
only
yes,
brought a
yes,
pistol
yeah.
into this one too, so they're still going to have 4 big weapons heading into their bonus round. I think just to speak on the map pool for a moment while we've got this small break in the action. PRX's map pool's really small. People are referring to it as the PRX map puddle, not the map pool. But the fact that they've been allowed to get Sunset in here, because like you said, EDG, they don't really want to ban the perma because it's shared between both teams, but they also didn't target ban. So actually we're going to get a map pool that PRX is fairly comfortable on, which is a bit
Yeah, once you've done that, give me a little time and we'll see where you're at.
much if they survive going forward into playoffs.
They went for the ban on bind instead, which
Hello?
after watching PRX.
Hello?
I'm on 125 right now.
Perfect.
Incredibly deep.
Yeah, I did. I
Kind of
forgot
on his
about
own.
your
Wasn't
strategy.
synced
2
up with
weeks
Contact
until
just
it's
for a
like
moment at
this.
the beginning.
My bad.
Takes
Yeah,
the duel,
that's
it's a
the
risky one against something, and wins it.
It's already 2-0 while I was
I
trying
will
to
be enjoying it
deal
if
with
we get
everything.
risk taker nobody coming out today, because his aim can be unbelievable when he gets that confidence, and he limit tests.
Yeah, he does. Just tries to bail himself.
Big buy round, nobody has his ult.
Spots Chichu is quite lucky to be walking away there.
And there's no mid-smoke down from Mind Freak. PRX decided not to invest that one at the beginning, and he's actually taking contact here.
Yeah, okay, he's going to be covered over the top.
Hold up.
Jing.
This made absolutely no sense to do.
Already traded out Simon, though. He's a lone survivor towards the back of the site, operating alone. This guy's getting chewed up
for
and
EDG
spat
at this
back
time.
out
Bruh,
again.
I don't get why he went aggro with the Sova ult. Like, I get he wants to KO, he wants to KO flash him close.
Getting to overcome.
But he goes aggro, he's the guy with Sova ult. 5v4.
They'll be able to secure that one easily as
I think that's going to be a lot.
That's a bonus
that
round
kind
for
of
them as
stuff
well.
in
They're
this
just
game.
bringing
Yeah.
EDG from PRX.
And one where
Both of
they
these
had
teams
to
trying
audible
to
pretty
kind of
heavily.
catch that kind of
The
time.
fact that Mind
Yeah,
Freak's holding
yeah.
onto
It's
his
2
rifle
teams
sword
that
at the
love to
beginning of the
W.
round, that indicates to me that
Yeah.
they were going for an A hit, a full A hit, and then as
Another
soon as something
bonus.
died,
This was
right off the
EDG
rip,
messing this
they
up
thought,
though.
oh,
Like
well, now we've got
4v5.
pivot. You can't just
Like,
get away.
if you actually like
But
think
this
how bad this
defense
is, right?
on A
4v5.
crumbled as soon as
that
nobody
was-
got caught.
I'll just wait for it to be like this. So it's 5v4.
At the same time as Mind Freak.
So you don't need to go aggro, and especially to go aggro with the only ult that you have, that's pure madness. Like I get your KO flashing, I get that's like what you want to do. You want to punish over towards here, but it's just not the right time to do it.
Unless you're tight, super disciplined and ready for them,
it's a bit of a mess up from EDG.
It's so difficult.
And again, I'm talking about mess ups a lot at this event, just because it's such high pressure situations, right? You saw how Gen G play. We've never seen Gen G look like that. It's just the pressure of going out in groups.
To the usual and the norm, so massive advantage.
I think Sentinels have contributed to a ton of those.
They really have in that Gen G match.
Yeah, this is the all that we want to see. Dude, he gets a double tag. He tags the guy above as well. Oh my god, he got so much for it.
Well, you see, he pushed previous round to not use his ulti by accident, to invest it now to win 50.
To get the gun upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
There is a strategy behind it.
It's better money-wise. Okay, I like it.
Left to try to bail this out, and they've walled themselves off for going for any kind of control.
Dude, the Sova ult hit the higher and lower as well. It's lovely.
What a shot to hit. And something.
Oh.
They killed everyone.
No one
What a
hit
way
that.
to open up and get your first round here. When
Any more?
PRX's form was looking better, I'll tell you what I love in particular though. Chishu, smartest player in my opinion on EDG.
Yeah, that is 5 free upgrades. Their money is incredible.
But he contributes massively there to that
It is,
Mastercard
and
Thrifty by
the steps in this round was actually very good. The Sova ulting, the person from top picking on that timing. After that they chill, they go re-clear spawn, they double pick spawn, 5v2, and after that just the man advantage.
He's just doing this jiggle to wait for his teammate to come with him, and there's nothing that Forsaken can do. He's worried about getting timing.
The thing that I watch,
Right
the thing that I watch with EDG that I've seen this tournament is they're like pretty much always together. I think out of all the teams, they got like the best spacing and trading that I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching their games, but I didn't pay attention too much to that. But this round explains that.
A lot of ults for PRX to potentially work. Technically Forsaken's is what I'm looking at. Chuchu's a while away from the lockdown, so might not have any intention of saving it. Smoggy once more sees the cloud burst here. He knows that he's under threat into this position, and
well, at least they both went down together.
Round and
Plus
now.
the 1v1.
Yeah, get a reset. At least they got money.
Who's trying to capitalize on Smoggy's swing, and it just ends up being a raw
Surely they need to try to find the aggressive picks towards B main, no? Because of that kind of wall.
Yeah,
overhead with the flash as well, but never been more obvious. Over the top there from nobody to return that fire. Chichu beautiful again with that rifle in hand, but so much more to do at this point in the game, in the round. 1v3. He's looking to isolate some of these fights as well.
Yeah, a little timeout here and fight.
Looking very well drilled.
Yeah, because the only issue is that one of the persons destroying drone, and after that Opus holding the line, that's it. Nothing could happen after. So it should be always a kill.
Yeah,
like an op as well, an op over towards B, like they play.
Fairly impressed with both teams and how they're setting up their coordination. Yeah, and that wasn't just a solo peek from Smoggy. Smoggy and Kang trying to swing together. It's not necessarily so that they can double face.
I think these kind of walls aren't like done enough. Like maybe this is the map you see it sometimes the most. Like walls where you have to take map control.
There, obviously,
but then have like a good wall.
Also super ready for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a couple of ones you can do on other maps.
I didn't watch Vitality Attack previous match. I was watching Leviathan. And Leviathan was working towards A a lot, right?
Yeah.
They didn't work mid, they didn't work B a lot. I think they went B, they lost the round.
Maybe Kang can catch something as he's
I mean, to be honest, Icebox, most of the teams playing straight nowadays.
Straight A.
You start A, you finish A, you start B, you finish B.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not a good map.
For example, when they were incredible at shutting down PRX, and for that matter, kind of have been.
You started IGLing recently. What's your favorite map IGL on? Like
cool. At the moment, it still feels like EDG are on the back foot.
They are, but I didn't mean any disrespect to EDG as well. Some of the earlier comments.
It's a kind of interesting one because there is maps that there is you cannot do a lot of steps, kind of like Icebox.
Yeah.
It's a one play style. There is Lotus, where teams doing a lot of steps, take C, go back A, or go back A, or start A, do that kind of stuff. I wouldn't share that on stream. What do I prefer more?
Okay.
But I like all of that.
With this
Okay,
operator, he's got posted on top of yellow. Looking to do exactly what the desk was talking about. Dodge that drone. This time, though, takes a tag.
He won't be able to. That is a ballsy Hunter's Fury. I mean,
yeah, I thought he might try getting him.
Good luck, son. Forsaken.
He doesn't play too much Sova.
No, and he is a great player. I won't fault him at that, but
yeah, he went for the ambitious one for sure.
And obviously no damage.
This was a nice change-up from PRX, though.
At the same time, though, all of that
pressure over towards B and then insta hit over towards A. Now they kind of feel like they just keep B hitting.
Completely free
I think they were speaking about the operator, that it would happen, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they pretty much did what we said they should be doing over towards B, but then PRX just changed it up. I'm seeing a lot of that this event, which I love. Just like a good game plan, and then as soon as there's a timeout, just completely change it. It's like simple, but it didn't happen too much like in the past.
Top of rafters is too much to overcome. Finally, EDG taking his fights together with Smoggy, essentially leading the charge. He's dropped down to single digits, but already the damage might have been done.
It's actually also interesting thing with the timeouts. You kind of try to understand what they're going to be calling, and you are going to be one step ahead.
Whoa!
Time needs to get onto it. The circle
already
shrink. Yes, it did. PRX.
2v4.
Oh, and he loses the operator as well.
Bro, it's going bad for EDG, man.
Who looked like they had another round that they were going to put on the board. What a recovery from those PRX players.
2v4, no time on this as well. Bro, have you watched many of the games?
Yes, Jishu had fallen, they didn't have access to the lockdown, but the trade-outs were working.
I was watching, I mean, I wouldn't say all of them, I was watching most of them, but I was watching kind of like, I could miss few rounds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
They bought the time, right? Got the kills.
I feel like Mindfreak is playing insanely well.
Actually, I didn't watch a lot of PRX games. I watched the first game. I didn't watch the second one.
Okay, yeah. They looked a lot better in the second one.
Okay, so maybe they getting better and better from game to game.
Yeah, the PRX away.
And the wall as well. Dropping a vibe wall to take these fights.
Bro, look at the aim right now. Crispy, guys.
We'll try and even it out with the damage stray shots.
Shmom, thank you so much for the 10 months, man. Appreciate the prime.
Let's connect one. Straight to the dome on Forsaken. He's got a lineup for this.
It's a big kill, but no weapons really retrievable just yet.
Has pulled out the ult though that we were just talking
about. Yeah, to secure it with the ult. So fine with that.
Like they have to combat some of this as well, and now that is the danger zone. Lockdown.
Is he even going to get out?
Oh my goodness, barely there.
Okay, it should be unlosable.
Time will start to tick at this point onto the spike.
The timing peak.
Surely no hope.
You got to think he wins this one. Swings it out. Chichu, nice goal, but yeah. Very little chances there for Chichu to play with just because of that lockdown that was in play.
Should be
6-1 now.
Is it going to be another timeout? I think.
Really running away with his side of the Icebox.
Simon does a good job there of even forcing out the lockdown.
Yeah,
otherwise that would have been an enormous tool to
give him one more
within the rifles.
And one more buy round.
But of course, this is EDG's map pick, and they're down 6-1. This is not a good way to begin. But EDG's defense side is not their best side. When I was watching them play this previously in China, they heavily relied on that Kangkang operator to get this side working. Their defensive setups were not the best. And Kangkang's only had it in his hand for 1 or 2 rounds max.
Yeah, barely being able to.
Recon goes over towards A.
Just been crushing. The weight of the corporatocracy bearing down upon EDG.
That's a big word.
They've been milked. The serfs tilling the fields. They can barely get enough money for their weapons.
I know that one.
Here.
Don't need to dictate that.
For God's sake, man. These two.
Turret's going to get taken down in mid. It's Mindfreak. EDG now might have to pull a few more bodies here. Smoggy.
Nice. There's res though.
The rest of the team as well. As soon as they catch that player, it's going to force out the res. Wall is up and about, and a bit of spam and spray.
I mean, he did pretty good here.
Yeah, snake bite. Able to collect that kill here.
Kangkang posted up over towards B. This pit to deny
any
rotation,
kind of
re-hit from PRX.
Yeah, for sure, I think.
And Kangkang's going to keep
I like the fact that they keep this guy close on A though.
It's a risky spot. But
yeah, I really like this play from PRX.
He's gonna have a
oh,
position
they have a plan B in case to finish A, to split A, right?
Yeah, yeah. And he just kind of uses the Viper against him, like so much space.
Hyper limited. I mean,
yeah.
You can try and pivot baback into A, but they've still got the 3 players there, still got the pit. Through the gut though, straight through now, in through mid. Simon with the knife.
Yeah, this is weird, man. Like when does he try and take a timing?
To the drone. There's only 14 seconds left, and they don't have any semblance of map control.
This is done, surely.
Them out into the open, the easiest fights here, shooting
fish
in a barrel, and Simon, this newcomer to the squad, lighting them up.
That was nice shots.
Great close out in this round.
I liked it from PRX. They still needed a little bit more time maybe for what they were doing. When they got spotted here, I think I would have liked Divide just to try and make a move here because you could kind of hoping.
PRX economy? Did they die so many people the rounds before?
Yeah, I think some of the rounds were just pretty close.
Really get pressured in this round. All came down to these fights towards A. High-low setup.
I think just with the time, he's just got to make more of a play there.
It makes sense as well that EDG picked Icebox. I know they're down 6-2 and they're fighting to stay level in this and a long way off. But PRX did lose badly on this map the last 3 times they've played it. It did look a little weak for them. They don't look weak today. No.
Clearly an area of improvement that all tapped up forces something into the fight.
Tap a bit, see what the reaction is.
Both teams just forcing a fight in first and second.
Yeah,
120 already A side.
No damage done as well.
A side control.
Been given all the room in the world.
Yeah.
And the snakebite's been used.
But they do G2 plant, but they fight someone in front of it. Normally when you do this plant, no one's fighting in front.
That might be gonna be hard to retake that.
This is a strong after plant, yeah.
Here, EDG trying to go a bit more fast.
Oh, he has different Viper ulti on top.
Oh, that's maybe anti, but
at least expecting it. Something though is right back at you with the blade storm here. Divide catching him. The 140 cleanup from Forsaken Chichu.
Damn, dude, nice shots, bro.
7-2 now for
What do you mean, chat? Like we said, hard retake.
What a recovery in the round from something. It looked like
it was still pretty good from EDG, managing to spam down the Viper. Yeah, there's a couple of teams that do that after plant 1 from up there.
From taking all of that space, EDG barrel their way all up to pipes.
I didn't see that kind of ulti yet from the top. I saw it from the bottom, usually.
Yeah.
How everyone was doing it nowadays.
There's like three or so teams that have been using this one.
Okay.
But the problem is, like, as soon as you swing back sight and you see it like go up, a lot of the times people are just standing in it. But you can just bait it and it's gone on the floor.
I was seeing another pause in the timer.
Yeah.
Which means one thing: timeout. Or tech pause.
Yo, Mario, is that tech pause?
That's a tech pause, yeah.
Esport, chilling for 10 minutes, see you tomorrow.
It's a tech pause.
You can go find the lineup. We'll get Bacon to find you the lineup.
And we'll find out what.
He already have it.
Bacon, yeah, for sure. Bacon has it. Yeah.
Maybe we can guess as well. Player shots. It's one of my favorite games.
In timeouts, how much talking would Bacon do?
It's a tense game right there.
Like when he was actually at the venue.
I think it depends. Who of them would have a clear idea, and there is different types of pauses anyway.
Yeah.
So it depends from type of the pause, and depends from the read call changing.
People like loud. We've all seen the Sadak.
Yes, you're saying Bacon does nothing, basically.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
The score is 4-1 historically between these two organizations.
But I do think he was doing it.
Loud and PRX that have kind of stunted EDG.
We got a question from chat. They ask, "What is your favorite song?"
Especially throughout 2023.
What is my favorite song? I don't have a favorite song. I will even answer like this: that I don't know. I'm not even sure that I remember. If you ask me a question, what kind of song is, what the name of song comes to your head first, I'm not sure I will be able to answer that.
I suppose, right? To try and build off and prove that they are still the top dog in China, still a good team. You've got to take them seriously, but they will be leaving this very disappointed, I think, if they exit out of groups here for the final event of the year, the culmination.
Rose Political, yeah, he's giving nothing away today.
It's a heavyweight matchup.
We'll get something out of him in the end.
Of these teams to be getting in a group stage, and it's an incredibly stacked group. I mean, when you consider that G2 was also in here, and they looked pretty phenomenal.
And I didn't really answer your question.
We got another question from chat. What is your favorite gecko pet?
But yeah, there's something about PRX, and partly I think some of it, I mean, I'm just reading into kind of
probably a wingman, no?
Hey, come on, you can't be saying that around here.
And losing
Why?
track of the game at those moments.
Dude, you like this guy?
I think PRX are a team that when they press you
Okay.
with their high
There is
tempo
4 of them, right? Or 3?
explosiveness,
So you...
There's, you got
struggle to slow it
Wingman.
down.
I mean,
Make sure that
3, but...
calm, orderly.
You can say the all. It's 4 if you include the all.
EDG have spoken about as a bit of a problem, which is why they've made roster changes,
So,
moves.
which one should I say then?
Dude, if it's Wingman, it's Wingman. That's so fine.
And PRX are very good at exploiting teams like that, I
Maybe
think.
it's
They're
trash.
not on the same page at those
Yeah?
moments.
Okay, I like that.
It's interesting, both of these teams at some point
League hates
had
wing. My
issues
bad,
with
sorry.
the IGL that's been going on.
Yeah.
PRX a lot earlier. PRX decided to get rid of their IGL and just
The
have
only
a
thing that
democracy.
Yes.
with
we'll all kind of figure out
Gecko
who's got
and the
rhythm of
ulti,
the game.
feels like that
Whoever's
nowadays
feeling
it's so
the
easy
reads
to
on their
destroy that
opponent and
ulti.
the
No,
right
you
reads
just
for the moment
somehow
can step
people,
up and
some of the
perform.
people destroying it
They're
so
the
fast. I
exception,
just
Yeah.
cannot
not the rule.
understand how.
It doesn't work for most
And some
teams.
people
That's
shooting filthy
chaotic
bullets.
for most
You think,
people.
oh
And
man,
then-
they hit already 10 times.
Yeah, it's like it has a headshot
Having
hitbox.
their
Yeah,
secondary
some
goal.
people
Yeah.
are so good at shooting it.
And add in a new player.
Do you think it needs to be changed slightly? Like I kind of think it needs an extra orb. I feel like I see that all the time. Like when I watch a game, like third round, that's the most likely orb that's on.
I mean, I think yes, because Gecko is the one who is getting orbs,
All the
Gecko is the one
plants,
who is
yeah.
planting the spike, and he is not the one who is even in danger of planting the spike, so that's why I think, yeah, that
Into it
makes
for
sense.
round 10.
Yeah, like
We're
that.
in the end of the first half of Icebox here.
Yeah, it's a pretty big round money-wise still.
with a lot of money.
Like maybe EDG can.
Still some danger though. No, but he's just
Oh
missed
my
that
goodness.
timing.
What the hell is going
He's been
on?
caught.
What's
Lulled
he
into a
doing?
false sense of security there, just from the contacting up. By PRX, they waltz their way forwards into
To be
the
fair,
A side
though,
now, using the drone to clear most of this
Would you
way.
expect PRX to W shift instead of
It is
just
an eco
W
round,
in?
a half-by round from EDG, but I think nobody's given them
They really caught him off,
too
man.
easy of an entrance there.
PRX walking.
And down for Jing as well. Nothing to really push this one back. It looks like EDG might have wanted to take the fight towards it. They're
Yeah, and
already
once they
in through
commit
back
this
to the
smoke,
side of
it's a
black.
nightmare,
This
but
one
that is
actually
an
Cloudburst
incredible
defeated
flash.
Jing.
Bro,
Oh my
mind
God.
free kill
Down for
3.
If Chichu would just hit the first bullet that he was shooting to him,
Yeah,
So
yeah, he
that
doesn't
thing
get
that
all
thing
of
wouldn't
them.
happen.
Always going to be trying
Yeah.
to knock you off tilt.
That smoke kind of saved him,
That's a
right?
great
The
peek.
something
I
smoke.
love that one. The wall
Yeah.
is so useful. It's not just a wall to get kills on top of, but
I
Jing
need to see
showing
that
there
replay,
that
man.
you can set up multiple double faces and
Yeah.
unexpected peak timings even on that. EDG, they're going to have rifles available. Still
Replay?
not going for that operator on Kong Kong. It's
Prius?
round 11. They need this. Otherwise,
Prius!
they're
No
basically out of
replay
their
on
map
this.
pick already.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good your attack side
Damn, Prius is crazy
Starting
today.
This many rounds down. You need brilliance, and EDG need his last two. Someone's going to throw in that to late knife, but it just gets broken from what that space is already granted. And given Hunter's Fury to Presto, pulled out
Oh, yeah,
of the
that-
animation.
that was
It's
nice,
going to be
yeah.
wasted from Forsaken.
The good instant reaction
Simon
to the
using
ult
his
here.
null command to do the
Bro,
job.
that saved them.
He's forced to pivot away, but no map control for PRX. It's a bit of a scurry and a scramble, if I do say so myself. They break the
yo man,
turret
destroying
into
one
mid,
turret
ultimate.
almost forced
Yeah, they're
3
really
people
threatening some kind of
rotating to
mid
me.
lurk right now, which should keep Kong Kong cemented in mid. He's going to get aggressive, take a risk, go and re-clear this a little. But they're still not moving people away from the A site. They're expecting this to be a re-hit. They are dead wrong.
Smoggy must find some value into this position. And something rips his head off.
He's
man.
been playing the same
Seeing a
angle
couple of
since
these
the
rounds
pistol
where
round.
like
He's always
someone's
on that
playing
spot. Bad wall
static
from Jing.
spotting and
Has to
just
be broken.
how
Hunter's Fury falls down
how
at
easy
least.
it is for people
Plan
to
was an
one-shot him,
attempt to
right?
be
We
stuck.
saw, was it Sender solo over towards
Let
A on
loose.
that sunset
Few
round?
beams of lightning,
We're
only
seeing
the
this
one
one
tag
here
though,
as well.
slows
Like the
throughout,
shots are
and
nice,
needs to
but
be
you,
defended. Kang Kang is ahead of it though. We were talking about him catching these timings, trying to get
gotta,
quirky with it. Dash, active.
oh my God.
Oh, that's too much, I guess, no?
They're running straight into them.
What the?
Seeing glimpses here. The ancient way that China likes to play. Drop down, nobody seeking to deny.
What is this round, dude?
The entire time being pushed to his limits with time. Going down now, but an extension for it. 2 versus 1 divide.
They should know about him, right?
Try and shut
Oh, I
this
saw him.
down. Best chance and a long while by EDG, and they
Ooh.
grasp it firmly to at least
Kind
get
of
that
played
third
individual on
round.
that 1v2 as well. I was worried for him.
What a devastating mistake that was for Jing to make. Putting his wall in such a bad
Yeah.
spot. No one was nearby to be able to break it.
Yeah, the wall messed up. There's a couple of these rounds. Not so much this game. This is like the first example of it, but there's been some mess ups that have cost them
without getting punished by
from the wall
like that.
In the past.
Now what that dash that was too quirked up for me. That was bonkers. But EDG got one on the board. A light chuckle there as well, and a light heart attack. That's what you're going to get in this game, I think. Viewers included. We need to put one of those warnings on, like at the beginning of the show. Any photosensitivities or heart conditions, look away.
Your heart's going to be racing here, watching this. Nobody.
Right, I thought he was going to get caught out again.
The angle will be pushed and postured away in through the back of the site now. 5 players grouped up for PRX. This is it. Sort of the last hurrah, honestly, for the first half of Icebox.
Oh, that's nice pathing.
Again, he's so unusual and unorthodox in terms of his position that he does like to play it. So on this A side,
no one rushing the plant on this. Just fine to just reset.
Force most of these PRX players out.
We get heal onto something.
I believe they'll be able to escape detainment.
And now the re-hit. PRX love to go for these. EDG was expecting it in the previous round.
Is EDG
they stick to their guns here.
better on defense or attack by stats?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I'm hoping attack. I'm going to say attack just because that's what the map is.
Trying to get these equal trades out, and somehow it's PRX who have found his
But
advantage.
some teams are playing very, very good in defense.
Smoggy on the high ground, dropped down 6 HP, not enough to survive.
Bro, got a double
alongside
here.
him will be forced to spectate. Kang in a 1v2.
Some teams has very, very set floods, retakes.
On this spot, and position Forsaken. First shot accuracy is there.
I mean, yeah, hopefully for their sake it's good on attack.
Forsaken
this you know, this first buy round that really wrecked them.
15 and 7. He's been
like
getting active
the third
and
round and the
involved
fifth
in
round.
so many of these fights. Able to play a little more aggressively than you'd expect, perhaps, for somebody playing Sova, but also more aggro than he gets on a lot of his flex
dude, that's
rolls.
some crispy shots, man. That was so fast.
Is keeping a lot
yeah, that was so crisp.
Barely been time for even a breather, but we will get some time as well, the teams to discuss.
This is like old school PRX. We're just multiple. They just take turns and get in multi-kills.
I'm standing here with EDG's GIGA from their League of Legends team, also 2021 League of Legends World Champion, and Luna to help with our translation, of course. LPL의 슈퍼스타죠. 그리고 2021 월드 우승 선수인 EDG의 GIGA 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 여기서 보니까 색다른데 혹시 좀 발로란트는 하시는지부터 물어보고 싶어요. Now, you know, it's a pleasant surprise seeing you here watching the Valorant matchup. So, do you play Valorant yourself?
其实很高兴在这里看到你们，也来看比赛。那你自己平时会玩无畏契约吗？
自己偶尔放假的时候会去玩。
Of course, at off days.
Okay.
off
쉴 때는 한다고 하는데 그러면 랭크랑 좀 시스템은 뭔지도 물어보도록 할게요. So, you know, what's his rank? What does he play? Tell me more.
能不能跟我们聊聊更多？比如说你的段位啊，平时玩什么英雄呢？
段位自己玩的比较菜吧，就是黄金水平。然后自己喜欢的英雄是瑞娜。
I mean, I'm a gold. I mean, and my favorite agent is Reina.
골드고 좀 주체는 레이나라고 얘기를 하는데요. 그리고 GIGA 선수 아무래도 e스포츠 선수 생활을 하면서 좀 이렇게 타이트하고 굉장히 리스크가 큰 경기들을 많이 치렀어야 할 것 같은데 지금 경기를 하고 있는 EDG 선수들에게 해주고 싶은 말이 있는지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. You know, you've probably been through a lot of stressful situations where stakes are high. So, is there anything you would like to tell the EDG players right now?
其实你也是经历过非常多很多紧张啊、激烈的比赛的嘛。那你有
He's
什么话
just
想跟
like
你
you,
选手说呢？
就在台下看他们
Golden
比赛还是蛮
still look Reina
紧张的，对，并且发现今天他们对手实力非常强，所以就希望他们能够加油，然后打好自己。
Indoor on-to-go comrade,
really
thank you.
nervous, just watching them and today their opponent is really strong, so hope they can win.
강팀을 상대하기도 하고
Thank you so much for the 4 months. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for doing that.
경기를 치렀으면 좋겠다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 GIGA 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, GIGA.
Golden Valorant equals world champion in league. There you go. As how those skill disparities compare. Yeah. Imagine how good these guys could be.
I know. Be sweeping the floor with multiple Riot titles.
No, at the same time though, you don't expect that Gold Reina in your games to be a world champion in an esport, do you?
No, I feel like that's where the Smurfing allegations might come out as well.
But all right, EDG.
Oh, not this wall.
Straits for this Chinese
No,
team.
not the Cupid G2 wall.
The pistol round that, yep, I feel like once more broken record when I say it, but it needs to be a must-win because it's their map pick.
Not again.
Sunset's next. PRX have managed to squeak that one through in the map pool.
That's the heavy setup towards B.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think of this defense wall?
They're one of the best teams in the world on Sunset. Super consistent.
I don't know.
And this is EDG's map pick. However,
isn't it kind of the wall? You remember old Icebox setup where there is a wall from Jenny and orb on top pipes?
Yeah.
And you kind of have a one-way on the right side.
The smoke there, yeah.
It's a different wall, but maybe the same vibes.
If they did the smoke, I kind of like it.
EDG,
but
now
seeks to equalize.
the issue now you have only 8 seconds.
Plays for his life.
You kind of
time for the rest of the
you're not achieving anything.
Here for PRX already back into the fight. Nobody with a plan needs to be
nice shot,
defended.
dude. How does Forsaken keep making these rounds doable?
Kicking, getting active, spraying away.
Dude, he's saving everyone.
Just a few sheriff bullets, all it takes.
David
teammates alongside him. EDG have to sail their way through here with a little bit of discipline, underhanded with the flash as well, but it's being punished in kind.
David, look at him go.
Simon, there's only so much
they can do so much. He picked from top side, he killed one and he lost only how much? 30 HP, 40 HP?
Yeah, dude, I feel like this keeps happening in these rounds where Forsaken just makes it doable.
And that's also a recovery
he's doing very good
this game. 3v5 situation. Quickly turned into a 3v4, must admit, but EDG should.
You know how I said they got the best trading and spacing? Maybe not so much in this game. It's been a little bit off.
It's all on you now.
Yeah, it's my fault, that's true.
EDG don't even have enough money to be able to force. They're looking like they're going to get absolutely rinsed, smoked, destroyed on their map pick. I know whoever loses here and gets grouped in champions, it is going to be such bitter disappointment for their year.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Maybe to bring down Mindfreak, maybe crack open the B side, but
on his own solo,
to the corner.
For sure, chill.
Posturing him away, EDG.
Yeah, we got Molly to delay. Dude, did that just land? I swear that wasn't here earlier.
On top of the wall, seeking these angles, Forsaken with the swing.
Dude, Forsaken, man. The selfish wall here, honestly, is really good to stop the plant.
Falling to pieces before their
it can be a nightmare to play against, especially on the eco when they got no guns to properly shoot back. Honestly, it's one of the better rounds to use it on.
It's a squad that just been trying to exceed expectations that fans levy against them, expectations that them, expecting, I suppose, of themselves.
Absolutely. This team was looking to break that glass ceiling for China. They were fighting to break through, to take down big squads.
So there is no chances to lose now, right?
And just like PRX, they've been overtaken at the moment within their region. PRX are no longer the team you associate with.
He even picked like this. I thought he spammed him.
Team. Gen.G took that away from them and then have waltzed out of this tournament. But EDG already, I mean, Trace, for example, who EDG destroyed in China in their upper bracket finals. Destroyed them, didn't look close. Trace, out of their group, #1 seed, straight to playoffs.
Early timer, I mean, I like this.
They're 8 rounds down on their map pick, heading into Sunset, where PRX have looked immaculate. There's a serious sense that it might be too much already.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. There hasn't been upset potential, I think, on maps where we expected one outcome.
It's going to be the one.
Seen it earlier today, I would argue as well.
It's a rough start to your map pick.
The reason I'm talking about this is because PRX are
this was like a double pistol into little.
Is hitting, the players are hitting.
I mean, honestly, there was a little mistake on that bonus round.
It's possible.
Kind of their own fault. We've seen it. We've seen these games, and if we look at both of these two games, especially the Icebox games, I think they're good like examples.
After they take the break at the end of
there
but it doesn't look like that's going to be.
There's been literally like 2 rounds where
running towards it right now.
a team will do a mess up and it just costs them so heavy.
Before you even get to the bonus
like
round.
The first 5 rounds are so pivotal to not make mistakes.
Yeah.
And then as soon as there's one, it can be the difference between like losing 3 rounds in a row, or like 2 rounds, or maybe even sometimes more just because of ults.
Heading into the maw.
This is PRX.
Zero B.
Open. Oh, 2 shots all it takes. The Outlaw in hand, something has dropped the star player of EDG.
They actually just know they're coming now.
That head-to-head clash and battle, it's all
Is it? Go on, you go.
Is it second time when EDG takes bows and PRX adapts instantly?
Back in from all the sound cues, noise made.
They got either it's a straight up gamble or they have a good read. But PRX like to do this kind of stuff, so I'm thinking maybe gamble. But bro, this is a slaughter.
One more step.
It worked twice. Imagine you are the one who is taking powers and the team instantly adapts to your own powers.
Yeah, they just use it better.
And now they're confident as well.
It's
so they're taking liberties.
It's happening a lot at the moment. Like teams are getting a lot better. We're seeing people have to like do the same thing they were doing and then do a change up the round after. It's like not obvious.
The EDG fans are making as well.
Yeah. Just me when I spot a spider in the bathroom.
Well free.
Just a squeak. Any sense of masculinity out the window. If I had it already, but. Here it is, PRX.
Whoa.
Something
bro, look at the shots, man.
And he's sharp,
the shots are insane at the moment as well. They're just on all of them.
These angles, snap into the util. And a deep push from
will they wake up for the sunset? That's the question.
They are putting the squeeze on EDG. They're looking to end this entire map here and now. Hunter's Fury pushes them through. It's straight up the gut, in through mid. So much.
Dude, they're all on top as well. It gets to a good angle. They clear middle. Once they push the people behind and he knows he's safe from middle, he just gets the best angle to ult.
Luckily.
That was lovely, man.
Absolutely crushed EDG in front of their home crowd at Shanghai.